Hi, my name is Paulina, and this is my colleague Khan, and we're from the GAZAP NJ Hope and Healing program. And this webinar will discuss challenges related to the Omicron variant and relevant coping strategies.
Yeah, it can be a confusing time for everyone, and it's important to keep in mind we are recording this at the end of February 2022. So, of course, as things evolve, the guidance might also shift. So, there are a variety of challenges presented by the Omicron variant, and in general, we are adjusting to a reality of continuous new variants we have to adjust to. So first, the state of our lives is in constant flux as a result of the evolving nature of the pandemic. This can make it hard to feel settled and grounded in our day-to-day lives.
Absolutely. For some of us, this uncertainty has made things like being a student very difficult, given that classes and other school activities may be in remote, hybrid, or in-person formats. You may be readjusting to learning online and experiencing Zoom fatigue, or going back in person and realizing you need to schedule in commute and travel time into your day. You might prefer learning at home because of the convenience and the safety. And it's really difficult when we might not have the choice anymore over our decision to learn remotely or to be in person.
Yeah, it's a great point. And additionally, as variants evolve, we are all trying to keep up with the latest health guidelines while seeking testing and vaccine boosters amidst a time of high demand for such services. So universities have various guidelines students have to be aware of for testing and vaccination requirements as well.
Yeah, and lastly, as the pandemic progresses, we might also be noticing that people around us are making different choices based on different values and priorities that might not align with our own. And this can be really hard to manage and disrupt our relationships or cause tension if we don't know how to approach them with a mindset that's helpful. So later on, we're going to discuss how to approach those things and all other kinds of coping strategies.
So now that we've outlined challenges related to the Omicron variant, we're going to offer some coping strategies that can help you navigate this time. First, if you're going back to online learning, remember to be intentional and about structuring your days so that you'll get outside engaged in activities that boost wellness. It can be easy to do that and forget. And you might try taking daily walks or other kinds of enjoyable movement. It can also help to try to reduce unnecessary screen time to add balance to your days. It's also important to find ways to safely connect with friends and loved ones, with social connections. And since things are constantly shifting, it can help to find ways to socialize remotely.
Another helpful strategy is trying to embody a perspective that is empathic and accepts where everybody's at, particularly when you have conflicts about values and priorities with the people in your life. So rather than worrying and trying to avoid the current difficulties that we're feeling around that, you might try instead to just accept and have empathy for how hard this time is and understand that there's a lot of nuance and complexity that informs how we're all approaching this time. And so you can hold a lot of different things that can be true at the same time. This can help ease relational strain because it will prevent you from adopting sort of a black and white mindset that might lead to further alienation from the people around you.
Agreed. And I think that is up to the person what they feel comfortable doing. So you can consult the safety guidelines according to your own health and vaccination status and decides what feels most comfortable for you.
It also helps to balance staying informed with constantly worrying about and overexposing yourself to upsetting news. When looking at all these different sources of information, you also want to be a critical consumer and think about what might impact the way that people are framing the information that they're spreading. And it's important again to know when you're reaching sort of too much exposure to news and information, it becomes unhelpful. So for me, I noticed that when I start to become sort of helpless when I'm reading a news story, that it's a good sign for me that I need to step away and do something else before I return to it.
Well said. So all of these tips can be enhanced by maintaining a mindfulness practice, which can help with these values and building the skill to embody these perspectives. For example, before responding to an upsetting or confusing situation, you might try taking several deep, mindful breaths and becoming aware of what is coming up for you in the situation, as well as how you want to respond in the most helpful way. And Paulina will demonstrate a helpful breathing technique called box breathing.
Yeah, thank you, Khan. So, in box breathing, we're going to do it all together. You imagine your breaths filling a square as you go through the exercise. So, you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, and hold for 4 seconds. That's box breathing.
Mhm. And you can repeat that several times, as many times it takes for you to feel in a more relaxed state. Okay, so we have a variety of other mindfulness resources on our website and YouTube channel linked in the description. For instance, you might want to do a loving kindness meditation, which could help you develop self-compassion, or a grief webinar, which provides education and resources about navigating loss. So, to help with maintaining safety, here are some resources for New Jersey residents seeking testing and vaccine services, as well as the updated CDC guidelines in the state of New Jersey that you can access if you have questions.
Here's the email which you can use to contact us, as well as our website link and our YouTube and our Instagram page. We can provide resources or connect you to any resources that already exist if you reach out to us through email and let us know what kind of support you need. Or you can peruse our website, YouTube, and Instagram for resources we've already made and put out there that are supposed to help for students during the pandemic. We will be posting reminders of these uploads through our Instagram, so it could be a great way for you to keep in touch.
Yep, and we have also included information about COVID-19 in the description, as well as a link to our services, where you can request an individual check-in. We also have a lot of webinars, including on transitioning back to campus and on other topics, which you can find on our channel.
Yeah, and we just want to end on a disclaimer about our services. The Center for Psychological Services of the Rutgers Graduate School of Applied and Professional Psychology, in collaboration with the New Jersey Department of Human Services, Division of Mental Health and Addiction Services, Disaster and Terrorism Branch, offers this crisis counseling program through a Federal Emergency Management Agency grant. This program is brought to you through the New Jersey Hope and Healing Crisis Counseling Program.
All right, thanks for watching.
Bye.